Did you see that? He's been all over the place this morning, causing a ruckus. That is Elliot. That's not our cat, by the way. He is adorable. But we're watching Michael's dad's kitty while he was out of town. And he has been good every single day, but today he's all over causing a ruckus. He was up trying to eat that plant. He jumped on the counter and said, no. And then so he jumped down, and when I'd move away, he'd jump back up. And I'd say, no. And he'd get down, and then when I'd move away, he gets back up. And come here, little baby. Come here. Come here. Brooklyn has been chasing him this whole time. And today, guess what? Now he's starting to chase her. Payback's a bitch, huh? All right, anyways. I wanted to quickly talk about something that it's pretty gross. I guess, well, grab a little bit of coffee or some caffeine and gather around while I try to get my wording together so it comes out correctly. Okay? Because if you didn't notice, I barely even noticed, I took a couple of days off of YouTube to like live. And I didn't even plan on it. Look at, they're gonna fight. You guys be nice. Because other people were trying, I think, well, we'll get into it. Just give me a minute, okay? Just calm down. Everybody gather around. No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! I won! Yay! Ow! Ow! My Okay. Let's see. We're gonna type in this. Okay. Okay, and we're going to. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm a professional. I'm typing. I don't even remember the other person's name, and I'm not gonna spell these correctly. You want to know why? Because I've never abused these names. Okay, to spell them correctly. Plus, I'm stupid. Okay. So one thing I noticed, I was waking up today and I was reading, emails and going through stuff. And then, of course, I try to click on YouTube last out of everything just because that's where I stay the busiest, notifications and stuff like that. And I'm going and I'm scrolling through the videos, and I always like to listen to something in the background while I'm checking the notifications or comments in my studio. And I click on this one video, and this person is live. And I'm not going to throw, I'm not going to throw darts at this person by saying their name, because this happens often with different creators. So I click on it, and the title didn't even have the name Kiely Rodni in it. Okay. But it had something. And then I noticed when I clicked on it, this person had Kiely Rodni tagged. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to stay because to be completely blunt, I just don't care about, it's not that I don't care about that case. I just don't care to hear people who abuse true crime talk about that case. And I quickly realized that I was in a place that did that. Okay. Now, I don't even know if I'm spelling any of these names. Well, one of them, yes. Okay. Two of them, yes, because they're easy names to spell. But these names right here, scrolling, we won't even have them scroll. Those are 4 names that you can usually in true crime, from my experience, because I covered a lot of the Chris Watts case. Those are 4 names that, it really is just like fertilizer for your channel. Okay. It's just like throwing poop out on the lawn and watching it grow. Okay. But metaphorically speaking, if we're just throwing shit somewhere and we're just doing it, let's say you're only fertilizing your lawn only while you're preparing for a summer family reunion because you want your lawn to look good. But then any other time of year, you're not fertilizing it. Then your lawn's going to go to shit and it's going to die if you're not watering it and taking care of it. And that's kind of how I look at having a YouTube channel. You know, having a specific genre, in my personal opinion, is a bit dangerous if you're looking to like be huge, I suppose, right? Because obviously that genre is going to change a little bit if nothing's happening in it. My channel is just kind of like whatever I decide to talk about. And in this moment, this is what I'm talking about. You see how that works? So some people may tune in, some people may not. And there's many times where, you know, if I cover a certain thing, some people just simply, they don't want to hear about it. So they won't click on it. And then there's some things I talk about that people are really interested in. Maybe it's dramatic stuff that they're really interested in. That usually dramatic stuff or true crime, like let me reword myself. Not everyday true crime, only popular true crime. So let me get into this person. So I'm listening just for a second. I was like, yeah, I don't want to listen to this. Now, keep in mind, this is a person that when I wasn't even really doing true crime at this point. I wasn't covering Chris Watts anymore. There was nothing left to cover. There's nothing to talk about. Why recycle the same thing, right? So this person was growing their channel at the time that I was doing like little ghost adventures with Mexi and stuff like that. So this person was very like, I guess my channel was kind of popping at that time with true crime fans because it was interesting to them that we would go on like, you know, spirit box things and they wanted to see what the spirit box would say. But if you have a channel and you notice you even have over 2,000 subscribers, 3,000, and you have a lot of traffic on your channel, you will notice people kissing that sweet little hiney hole of yours. They will. They'll be like, oh my God, hey, how are you? Oh my God. And they'll come in every day. They'll even find you on your other social media outlets and they will contact you and like kiss your ass, to put it very bluntly. Okay. So this specific person whose channel I happened to click on this morning, I noticed that their channel grew quite a bit. They have like, they're up there. Like they're about, I want to say about 10,000, maybe even 20,000 more than my channel. If I remember correctly, that was just about an hour ago. Okay. So my memory is bad. Okay. So I noticed just going in and simply saying hi, you don't get the same response you got before. Now think about that. Why is that? I'm the type of person where you treat people the way you want to be treated, but you also, if you become successful, if that's what you want to call it, because I'll get to that in a minute. But if you become successful in anything, I could never see myself forgetting who I am, first of all, where I came from, because whatever success you have, it should involve who you are. Like who you are is a huge part of your success. So why would you throw that behind? So if you're successful and you throw who you are in the past, it just goes to show that it's fake, because you have to be something else or somebody else to get that success. What the? Hold on a minute. Are you guys fighting? Hey, you stop that. Oh, Brooklyn, I told you you can't harass the kitty cat. Do you hear that? Brooklyn, no. You leave that kitty cat alone, okay? Did you guys hear that? That was really sad. Elliot, you be nice too. You okay? God, it's like having children. Anyhow, so you don't forget who you are when you become successful. Well, this specific person you know, I was just like, I hadn't seen them live in a while. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to check out, see what's on their channel, like what their content is, because their channel grew quite a bit. It's all Kiely Rodni. All of it. Every name, every thumbnail is Kiely Rodni's face. Every title has Kiely Rodni's name in it. All of it. Hey, don't scratch the couch, Elliot. What is wrong with these children? Brooklyn, leave them alone. Jeez Louise. So with that being said, I know firsthand, doing lots of stuff on the Chris Watts case, which we did a lot of the paranormal stuff, that was a very interesting conversation at the time. Me personally, I can say that was an interesting conversation every time until I had nothing else to talk about, because I have my own decision kind of made up about what I think happened. And that's not going to change anything. Now, you often see a lot of true crime creators and what they do is they say that they're very passionate about true crime. They care about justice, and their actions show otherwise. And it's very disappointing, because you think these people, this person that I clicked on today, their channel is like, they're a very sweet, soft-spoken person that seems very kind. But it makes sense, because I'm like looking back and I'm like, when did this person stop talking to me and reaching out to me? You know, because they always used to be pretty far up my ass, asking me to go on their channel, asking me to do collaborations. Then out of nowhere, it's just kind of like, and people do that when their channel grows. Now, I understand you have a lot of maybe emails coming in and stuff like that. But in my personal opinion, and this is just my point of view and my experience, is it does become hard to connect with people on here, not just viewers, but also other creators, because there's hidden agendas that certain people have. And that's why I try to be very careful, even if I like another creator, in the way that I interact with them, or even saying hi to them in their chat, because I kiss no one's ass. I will not kiss your ass. And I don't want you to think I'm kissing your ass. I don't care if you have 500 subscribers or 500,000. Okay. If I like you, normally I'll want to compliment you on something, but here are the signs of an ass kisser on YouTube. In my opinion, somebody that is in every single one of your chats. Okay. Now, I'm not speaking to people. Calm down. I'm not talking to people that come in here and hang out and enjoy themselves all the time. I'm talking every single one of these traits they have. They come into every single one of your chats. They come in and they tell you how much they love you every single day, and they email you it, and they send you messages outside of YouTube. They ask you to collaborate with them. They just never fucking go away, and they tag your name in their videos. Now, I don't mind if my friends tag my name in their videos, because I love them and they support me and I support them, or, whatever. Who cares? Plus my name, if you use my name, it's only going to get my viewers, which a lot of them, it's like there's vampires on here. It doesn't matter if you have 20 viewers. They will suck you dry of your viewers. They'll be like, oh my God, that person has 25 people in their chat. We got to tag their name. We got to make friends with them. Or 500 people in their chat. But here's what I have to say, because I do have a point. If you rely on those numbers to keep yourself happy, like, I understand if you're working hard on your channel and it's it's exhausting, stuff like that. I get it. You're trying to grow your channel, stuff like that. But have some fucking morals. Okay? Because I truly did learn my lesson from doing Chris Watts, and we did quite a bit of Chris Watts. I did it because I live right by the house. I live by every location. I was like a what do you call that? Ground zero guy for other channels. that used me as well to be there and film for them or whatever. And I became interested in it. But after that case ended, for me, it didn't end for some people, because some people still believe certain things, and that's fine. And those are the people that truly do have passion about it, right? Because it's not a big case right now. And the people that are still talking about it, obviously they have a valid reason for doing that. Okay. The people that don't care about that, they're not talking about it anymore. And it's because it's not bringing traction to their channels. Okay. It's not just because there was nothing left to talk about. It's not just because anything else other than the hype is gone. So when I stopped doing that, I just simply wanted to kind of just go back to having fun and just hot topics or whatever is on my mind. That is what my channel is about, period. Okay. And if people follow it or not, it doesn't matter, because I'm still myself. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I've almost had 1,200 people in my chat before, and I've been as low as, in the beginning, having 10, 15 people, and present day, maybe, 50 to 150. And looking at those, it's like those numbers don't define me. Like if I were to go live right now, by the way, this is pre-recorded. If I were to go live right now and have 5 people in there, that's not going to stop me from talking about what I'm passionate about. And the thing is, it's going to stop these other people, because what's happening here is they have found a train to, how like homeless people that like to travel, they jump on trains. That's what in my perspective, that's what they're doing. They're jumping on these trains that are taking them far distances. But it's taking you far away from your home and where you are. And how are you going to get back? So these names, like I said, when I stopped covering Chris Watts, I could have immediately jumped on the next one, which was Summer Wells, Gabby Petito, Kiely, Rodni, and really just sucked these dry, sucked them dry, and just abused the shit out of them, to the point where you're sitting there saying you care about these missing people, you care about cases and stuff like that, but you truly don't, because you're not all true crime, but most true crime channels, they're not helping other people that their names aren't even really out there. They're helping nobody. And when it comes to, some of the family members saying, stop, whatever, I have different opinions on that, simply just because if you're interested in something and you believe something, you should never be silenced. But if somebody's like asking you just to fucking have a little bit more respect, have a little bit more respect. But, you can't stop people and silence people from talking about what they're going to talk about. My problem is you're not talking about these other cases that need a voice. Okay. For instance, the popular kid in school. Do you really need to go grab the popular kid in school, grab their hand, and walk them around to introduce them to your friends or other new kids that come into the school because, oh, you feel bad for them and they need help making friends with people? No, you grab their hand and you walk around with them because you want to be seen with them, and all eyes are on them, and everybody's going to follow that person around, and that's the only reason you're grabbing their fucking hand. So these popular students in the true crime community are the hands that the people are grabbing. Okay. Kiely's been found. Gabby's been found. Yes, there may be people may believe other stuff that has happened or whatever, but fucking knock it off. There are other people that are still currently missing in this moment. Okay. And I don't do true crime on this channel really ever anymore. So if you want to find somebody that actually puts their time and effort into it, go to the Local My Life's channel. They're consistently on Missing Mondays. They'll probably post one today. Not even on Monday, 24/7. She is around the clock with Amber Alerts and all sorts of shit. Okay. You will not see any popular true crime students on that channel if that's your thing. And I know I kind of went on a little rant about this, but the thing is, I have interacted with some of these other creators. I have seen them change. I've seen their demeanor change, and I'm usually pretty good at reading people. And I will say with a lot of them, because I give everybody a chance, I really do. A lot of them, you already know, like if somebody's overly nice to you and kissing your ass and stuff, and they have something to benefit from it, which it could be your community here on YouTube, it could be your money, it could be your popularity, it could be anything. But when people are overly, it's like there were signs, okay? And I look for those signs when I'm clicking on a channel and watching it. So after clicking on that certain channel today, I will not be clicking on it ever again, because I do not support, uh, I don't support people just using a name over and over and over repeatedly, especially when that name belongs to a deceased person that was, you know, could have been murder or whatever. Uh, I don't agree with you using that in order to benefit from it, whether it be monetary value, popularity, um, or just because you're a narcissist and you like people fucking talking about you. Okay. Now, I'm a self proclaimed narcissist. Okay. But that just means I love myself, period. And I don't need to use anybody else to love myself. I don't need followers to love myself because I already love myself, anyways. So there's that. So, in a nutshell, in closing, what I'm saying is, God, it's not even fun watching true crime on here anymore, because the motives are completely twisted, completely off. In closing, what I'm saying is, for me, if I want to watch like something about a true crime case, like right now, I just started the Jeffrey Dahmer series, and it's interesting, and it's done by professionals and movie makers and stuff like that. It's not really a documentary, it's more of like a reenactment type thing. um or you have, people that take time to make a documentary, and they put work and effort into it and study. They don't just click the live button, go live, tag a victim's name in it repeatedly every single day, and then, hey Siri, turn off all of my alarms now. Now. Huh? Uh, oh, she froze. She's frozen. Siri? Hey Siri, turn off all of my alarms. You. Oh. Anyhow, when you see that, okay, uh, okay, so I am going to leave it to the professionals, because, and this is the message to you, if you are that person or one of those people who is very well aware that these names will get traction on your channel, and you are pretending on a daily basis to have something new, just pulling random stuff just so you can keep that name afloat, then you should consider changing the name of your channel to that person. Because think about it. And this is why I use the analogy of the train leaving the station and you just jumping on a train. You're going to get lost out there in the world. Okay. First of all, lose yourself, as I spoke about before, and you're just going to be completely 100% lost when nobody wants to come to your channel and listen about that case anymore, because it's much like an orange. Okay. A piece of fruit that you're juicing. You could only squeeze it so much and give people that juice that they are craving, that they need from that orange, and they're all waiting, and everyone's lined up around you because they need that juice. Well, as soon as there's nothing left to squeeze out of that orange, and that one orange was what got people to gather around you because they were thirsty, is now dried out, what are you going to have? What are you going to have to offer next? See, I don't think people think about the stock and supply of content, so to speak, on their channels. So if you're not authentic, and if you're not willing to be yourself, and you truly have to use these, get off the counter! Get off the counter! Get off! Get down! Get off! Get off the counter! Get down! Elliot! Get off the counter! Good boy. So if you're just going to sit there and like use other people, popular names, and be terrified of, because your numbers are going to go up and down. I think these people want like a solid growth, and that's just not going to happen. It doesn't happen for Trisha Paytas. It doesn't happen for anybody. Their numbers even go up and down. So if you are not willing to swallow your pride and just be yourself here on this platform, I guess is what I'm saying. And what I mean by that is not only the things you talk about, but I also mean the people you interact with. Are you just interacting with somebody just to benefit or get something out of it? Do you think people don't see that? And then once you get what you need, it's like, again, it's like vampires. You have YouTube, you have trolls on YouTube, but there are also YouTube vampires, and they are well awake, and they hide in the shadows of the night, and they hide behind every shadow. If you shine a flashlight behind these names on the screen here, they hide in the shadows of the names as well. And that's where their reassurance or their self-confidence comes from, is these names. And they're proud of themselves. They're proud of themselves. And I am going to put these names in the title just so you assholes that click on these can get my message. And that is the only reason why. That is the only reason. I'm not going to use them over and over to abuse them and grow my if you grow a channel based on stuff you really don't want to be talking about, and you're just doing it like, okay, I'm just going to use these names for now, and then I'll switch and I'll talk about something later, you realize your audience isn't going to be interested anymore, right? So in the end, stop abusing these crime cases. Find something interesting to talk about, because no one gives a shit anymore. Leave it up to the professionals. I'm sorry, but I often hear, people will be like, oh, the cops did this, or the cops didn't do this, or the cop. Really? Were you there? Were you alongside the cop? Are you his cop cam? Are you on the cop's chest being his camera, providing eyes and recording for him? You don't know what the cops have done because you're not a cop. You don't know what the investigators have done because you're not an investigator or a forensic or an autopsy person. Fucking coroner. You don't know. Now, it is fun to speculate. Conspiracies are fun, but you're not even talking about conspiracies to have fun. You're abusing names of victims. So stop. On that note, if you guys want to see something fun, it's completely not true crime, but the movie Bros, really good, funny. Good movie. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah. So anyways, feel free to, leave your opinion in the comments, or apologies if you're one of those creators who have treated me like shit once you climbed on top of me, kissed my ass, moved along, and your subscriber count went way ahead of mine, and then you decided to forget that I completely existed. Unless I became the victim of a popular crime case. Perhaps one of my trolls would want to murder me and it would become popular on the internet, and you would want to cover that case. Then again, would you start tagging me in your videos now? Okay. Have a good day.
No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances.